Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be talking about this image right here. Yes, we're talking about Armada and Legion, all of these waves and products that were supposed to be coming out in December that got pushed back to January. And, well, apparently that's not true for everybody in Europe. Some of them are getting their stuff today. So, what are we talking about today? Well, before I jump too far into it, I do want to remind you guys there is still time to enter to win the 12 Days of Life Day giveaway. I am doing a huge giveaway all through December, giving away lots of stuff. I got something at the end of this video, too. You guys are going to like it. Anyway, so we're starting to get into some of the bigger giveaway items now. But yes, so yeah, if you're interested in entering to win any of those, you just have to be a subscriber, leave a comment on this or one of my videos. And giveaways will happen on the end of my YouTube videos, also sometimes on Twitter and or Facebook as well. So make sure you stay tuned for all of those. If you'd like, you can click that little bell for alerts. And anything that I don't give away, or rather anything that doesn't get claimed from these giveaways, is going to roll over into Patreon. So those patrons come January are going to get extra opportunities to win more bonuses, because I already do giveaways for Patreon, so I'm always looking for other things to do to spice up Patreon a little bit. I'm looking at adding some new tiers in 2020 as well, and adding some new rewards to existing tiers, and lots of other cool stuff like that. But one thing that we are doing is, certainly going to be doing more giveaways, so that is pretty cool. And I think, basically, come 2020, I think one of the big focuses is going to be that the longer you have been a patron, the more access to rewards you're going to get. But still working on those details. All the admin stuff out of the way, let's talk about this. So where did I see this image? Well, this is actually from Twitter, at Zwara81, ZWARA81. I retweeted this image also on Twitter, as a matter of fact. So some of you may have seen it already. Tweeted this today and say, hey, look what the cat dragged in. Like it's January in Europe, basically. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit surprising, because it's not just Legion, all of this Legion stuff. Now, granted, you don't see every single thing in this particular image. Like, I don't see the C-3PO and R2-D2 expansion. I don't, or the Crash Escape Pod expansion. I don't see the Starhawk here. Now, granted, they could have been off camera, or they may be behind the Imperial bunker supporting the weight of the other boxes. But the point is, it looks like they've got just about everything. And reports are that people in Germany are saying that their stores have the stuff, and it is available to go on sale Friday. This tweet was actually posted Thursday. So, and it looks like this is a store owner getting everything ready for, Friday's sale. Pretty surprised. Now, if you look closely at these, you can see these are not in English. This particular shop is actually in Austria, so I don't think it's, a Germany-specific thing, although Austria is awfully close to Germany. And I believe they all have very good beer, as well as other, I think there are certain cultural similarities between Austria and Germany, but I don't think that really has anything to do with this video. So let's just move on. But I'd love to visit both places and have lots of good food and beer. That would be awesome. Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on this? Now, I did, bring this up to some FFG people, and it's being looked into, but from what I'm able to gather based on just the rumor mill is that Asmodee North America is different necessarily than other branches of Asmodee, and not everybody apparently seems to be on the same sheet of music as far as either that or this was accidental, but I've heard this from multiple sources. Now, granted, this is the only screenshot, only picture I have, but I've heard from other sources as well that people were expecting this Friday in Europe. So very, very curious how many unboxing videos we're going to see show up on YouTube later today and this weekend as well of some of this stuff, because it's pretty wild. So I usually like to be the one to bring you all of this stuff, but unfortunately, I will not be first. I may be pretty early with the American versions or the English versions of this, depending on if this also includes England or not, because then those would theoretically be in English. But of course, we all have Google Translate as well as the internet, and lots of people willing to translate for us. So I believe most of the Legion stuff here has already been spoilt. The only stuff I think that's really not fully spoilt is everything from the Bunker expansion, which honestly I was really looking forward to the Bunker. It's just, maybe I understand it's not as desirable to all of you guys, but it's something I have some plans for. But then the other thing is the Armada Wave 8. There's a lot of cards we haven't seen spoiled from there. Primarily, how do we get salvo on all the other ships? And we don't even know really anything about that card. All we know is it's an upgrade card. It's not faction locked, and it's not unique. So that's going to be really interesting. So we'll stay tuned. And if we do get some spoilers and we get some updates, I will try to bring those to you as best I can. Trying to also give credit to where they came from because I think that's the decent thing to do. So now that we've talked about this, because if you hadn't already heard about it, you're probably going to hear about it by this weekend. I also want to remind you guys this sort of thing happened with X-Wing Wave 4 too, where Australia got Wave 4 like 3 months before everybody else, or 2 months before everybody else, and then Barnes and Noble had it, and so it's just weird things are going on. And as much as it's easy to criticize a company when things like these happen, imagine if you were responsible for trying to coordinate a global release date, a global street date for 3 huge games, all to all happen at the exact same time, and having to change that date with little notice. I imagine that would be pretty tough. I imagine. So I'm trying to give a little bit of a little wide berth to FFG and with my criticism. I've already given them some criticism like last week, so I'm trying to back down a little bit because I'll admit this kind of bums me out. I wish I could have had access to it earlier. I think all of you wish you could have access to this earlier. I wish December would have been the actual street date, and I wish I had all this stuff, ready to go, opening up for you this weekend. But I don't. But somebody else does, and that's good for them. Good for them. It's good. That's fine. I'm happy for them, and also a little jealous. It's okay. I admit that. I think we got to talk about a giveaway. So today, for the 12 days of giveaways, 12 days of Life Day, it's a larger item. And this is the X-Wing huge ship Sea Rock Cruiser for X-Wing 1.0, which, since you have to get a conversion kit anyway. Now, I actually spoiled this in my 12 Days of Life Day preview. Now, they're selling the Sea Rocks for 2.0 for $99. You got to get a conversion kit anyway if you want to play your Raider, right? So you're going to have stuff for the Sea Rock anyway. On top of that, you've also got an extra little M3A interceptor. You got an extra M3A interceptor here. So if you got extra M3A interceptor dials and stuff like that, now you got an extra ship to do it with an alternate paint job. So that's pretty cool. And now the winner for that, I'd like to congratulate Steve Braun. Steve Braun, you are the winner of this particular giveaway. So if you are watching this, shoot me an email and get me your contact information, and we'll get you squared away. You can find my contact info on the About page of my YouTube channel or over on Crabbok.com, and we'll get you squared away. And it's easy as that, folks. We're doing these giveaways all throughout the month of December, and it's just a fun way to kind of celebrate the holidays. Wish you guys a happy Life Day, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, all of that good stuff. I would love to hear, some things that you guys are looking forward to for this holiday season. I think it's a magical time. I think Christmas has always been my favorite holiday, and primarily just because it always feels like a magical time. And one thing that was made very important to me when I was very, very young by my mother was the joy of giving and really making someone's day, especially giving to somebody who really could use it. And so this is a pretty cool opportunity for me to do things like this. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it. I'm really grateful for you guys. I know it's not Thanksgiving anymore, but I'm going to try my best to be thankful all year long. It's not a New Year's resolution, but I think it's just something we should all try to do. Like this right here, right? This right here, like I said, it annoyed me, made me a little jealous. It's a first world problem. I am so grateful to be living in a world where my biggest concern of the day is somebody else, got something cool that I can get next month, but I couldn't have today. Okay, you know what? Tough cookies. That's a great problem to have. I mean, I've got a roof over my head. I've got running water. I don't have to use an outhouse if I have to go to the bathroom. Like, there's so many great things to be thankful for. And when little things like this happen that kind of bum you out, let yourself get bummed out. Think about what you have. That's what I try to do. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I also want to thank the patrons. You guys are amazing. I already talked about some of those amazing bonuses you're going to get. I've got more surprises on the way for you in 2020. If you're interested in supporting this channel and helping this channel grow, because I can't do it without you guys, there are links to Patreon in the description below. You can check those out. I want to thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.